Hello, this is Antonio Galimberti from AG Languages. Today, we're going to talk about organizing an essay. This is the essay. Look at the task. Is reading important in your life? Why? Give reasons and examples to support your response. Timing 30 minutes. The student wrote it in 10 minutes. Can you believe it? This is awesome. Now, the task was intended to have 4 paragraphs, the essay, but this one has 5 paragraphs. We were aiming at 350, but the essay has 302 words. Now, as you can see, there's an introduction, and there is body 1, body 2, body 3, and there's also a conclusion. So this one has 5 paragraphs. Okay, so today we're gonna answer the question, but we will focus on organization. We are not going to correct grammar or vocabulary, mainly organization. So let's read the introduction. It says, one of the most valuable things for me is reading. Although it is claimed to be quite boring, I must deny it. Reading not only can save us from illiteracy and ignorance, but also can bring us more knowledge useful for our whole life. For me, reading is as valuable as oxygen for 3 reasons. So we have a hook here, and this hook is getting the reader's attention. One of the most valuable things for me is reading. Right after the hook, you have background information. This background information gives you general information so you can have context about the topic. The background information that you see in an introduction can also help you define a concept. But here you're having general information, context. And then you have a thesis statement. The thesis statement is telling you what the whole essay is going to be about. In other words, what kind of information you're going to find in the body of the paragraph. So, according to this, reading is important for him, for this student. So, he's not going to talk about people. He's not going to include the reading in sorry, he's not going to include the reader in his writing. He's going to talk about himself. That's why he's saying for me. Okay. And he's going to give 3 reasons. However, if we take a look at the paragraph here, we see that he says I. I don't know if you can see that I moving. Then here we have us. Here we have our. Then we have me. So this is not a good idea because you're jumping from I to we. And when you do that, it's harder to know what you're referring to. Are you talking to me? Are you talking about yourself? Are you giving your personal opinion? Are you including others in your description? So we have to make sure that we choose our audience, and we also choose a way to refer to the audience or the things we are addressing or the people we are addressing by this or with this essay. Now, the thesis says, for me, reading is as valuable as oxygen for 3 reasons. So he's saying for me. So he's going to talk about himself, his preferences, and I have the feeling that he's not going to include others in the paragraphs, probably. Now, you may think, why? As oxygen is necessary to breathe, reading is used to learn how to live in a good way. Without knowing how to read, how do you know what is good or not? We learn many things, such as good manners, feelings, and thinking. It can also teach you interesting facts or charming stories that can set up new values and emotions in little children. Okay, what is your topic sentence here? In other words, what is the main sentence that is telling you what the paragraph is about? Is the one in yellow. Mhm. As a general rule, your topic sentence can be the first sentence in a paragraph. However, this is not the first sentence, it is the second. Mhm. So it is better to have it as the first sentence. Why? In that way, I can get an idea of what the main idea of the paragraph is as soon as I read the first sentence. Okay. Now, again, look at this. Here he has you here. Then he has we. Then he has you again. And that's it. And here, little children. So this is they. You have to be careful. According to the thesis statement, for you, reading is valuable. So if reading is valuable for you, why are you talking about little children? Yes, are you a little children, the one composing this essay? So that's something to think about. All right. Now, let's go to the next paragraph. I'm going to make a correction. I just want to do it because I see it here. When you use a comma, you never use that. You have to use which. Mhm. Okay, which. And if you use a comma, it means that this clause is a, if you use a comma, it means that this clause is providing additional information about the charming stories. If you don't use a comma, it means that this clause is adding very important information that allows you to identify the kind of charming stories you are referring to. Without a comma is a defining relative clause, meaning that it defines the kind of charming stories you are talking about. With a comma, it means that this information can be omitted and that is not going to affect the whole meaning of your essay or your paragraph. But if you put a comma, you always have to use which. Okay? If you don't put a comma, you can use which or that. Okay, I love relative clauses. That's why I'm talking about that right now. I shouldn't be doing it. This video is only about organization. It's not about grammar. It's not about correcting vocabulary or stuff like that. Organization. Then again, I have the thesis here, the thesis statement. And as you can see, the thesis is about for me. Okay, for me. Okay, about yourself. Another important fact is that reading allows you to learn more things. In my opinion, this topic sentence is too general. Why? Because you are not telling me exactly what are those things I will be learning thanks to reading, right? If I go back to the previous paragraph and I see the topic sentence, I can see here that the student is very specific. Why? Because the student is telling me that thanks to reading, I will be able to learn how to live in a good way. But this is too general. I am just reading here that I will be learning more things. But what are those things? Maybe those things can be mentioned here in this paragraph too. So that's why um, we shouldn't have topic sentences that are too general. Okay, so we need to change this topic sentence, in my humble opinion. This is very useful at the moment of studying, for example, at a school or university. But it's also important in the job when you are in charge of a work or a business. In these cases, you need to have some knowledge, and not only technical, but also emotional. And not only technical one, because you have to refer to the knowledge, but also emotional one. All right. Okay. Nice. So again, what is the main idea here in this paragraph? It's not clear to me what the main idea is. Mhm. Is he talking about school, university? Is he talking about studying or working? Okay, that can be avoided when your topic sentence is specific. Okay, good. Now, and here again, you have you here, you have you here, and here in your thesis statement, you have for me. Okay, let's be careful. And next paragraph. For me, reading is as valuable as oxygen for three reasons. This is the thesis statement. I always bring down the thesis statement because I need to refer back to it in order to know if my topic sentences are well articulated or written. Furthermore, reading can free us from common mistakes or lies. I love this. This is very good. Why? Because it's specific, very specific. You see, this topic sentence is not specific. I can learn more things. What things? Yeah, we need to be specific when we write the topic sentence. The thing that I don't like about this is this one, us. And then I have me in the topic sentence. So he's jumping from me to us, or he's jumping from I to we, they. That creates a little bit of confusion. All right. The more we, you see, the more we read and investigate on many topics, the more probability of not falling in lies we have. Subjects such as physics and chemistry let us know how the world and nature function. This can help us a lot in our daily lives. This sentence is too general. Hmm? Yes. So, is he explaining in detail what he means by being or having access to information that can free us from common mistakes or lies? I don't see that the student is developing uh, that idea on the connection between reading and the possibility of getting rid of mistakes or lies in life. So we need sentences that contribute to the development of the main idea. So this paragraph needs information that explains to me how how or what he means by the topic sentence. How can I how can I be free from lies thanks to reading? Yes, that is the information that I need. This is not a good sentence. Why? Because it's too general. It's not adding, it's not explaining anything. It's too general. That sentence can be here. Nothing happens. Why? Because it's too general. It can be placed in any of the paragraphs without problems. Why? Because it's too general. So a sentence that is too general is not helping you build your paragraph. Okay? Now, the thesis statement says, for me, reading is as valuable as oxygen for three reasons. Again, for me. Okay? In conclusion, reading has brought us, but in the introduction, he said, for me, brought us interesting and fascinating knowledge that we can share with others. But in the introduction, he said, for me. And now he's saying us and we. So that is not a good idea. Also, it has three main advantages. Teachings about good manners and facts that can be useful in our education or job, and can even let us discover many common lies in society. Okay, so here he's trying to summarize the body. Okay, he's trying to summarize the body here, but unfortunately, the second body was not clear. So when it's not clear, then you don't know if your summary in the conclusion is good. Now, look, this is going to help you. Look at where reading is right there. And then he has here, it is not only for academic reasons, but also a fundamental source of guidance in life. That's why reading is so helpful nowadays. My question is, this it in green, it refers back to what? Mhm. I know that this it refers back to reading, but remember, reading is 1 kilometer away from it. When that happens, it is hard to follow what you mean by it. But he has a reading here. So a better solution, you say reading here again, and then you say it here, correct? Just to finish, don't use also in this way at the very beginning. There's a very nice link here, and this link shows you that according to the Longman Dictionary, you shouldn't be using also to start a sentence when you write academically. Okay, it's better to use furthermore, comma, and then what you want to say, or it also. You see, also is not starting your sentence. So that is what you can do. Okay, so this is a very nice paragraph, all right, and a very nice essay. This was the topic, is really important in your life. Why? Give reasons and examples to support your response. Hook, background information, thesis, topic, sentence, and first paragraph, topic, sentence, second paragraph. Each topic sentence has to be linked to the thesis statement, remember? Third paragraph, topic, sentence, thesis statement. And in the conclusion, you have a closing phrase, a paraphrasing of the thesis, then you have a summary of the body, and then your final comments. Remember, one of the mistakes that we are highlighting here is the fact that you're saying that you're going to write about yourself, but then you're jumping from I to we, then to they, and then to you. That's not a good idea. And also, your topic sentences have to be clear. Thank you very much for watching this video. This was Antonio Galimberti from aglanguages.com.